Welcome to our very first Zoom team meeting. I'm feeling rather nervous, but I'm sure this will be fine. Let's hope that my slideshow works. Woohoo! Okay, so the head office mandated theme for February is to embrace change, which is not something that I do very well, so I'm paying attention. My why. So I just wanted to share very quickly with everybody who is on the call and everyone's watching, reason why I still do what I do. The first one is because I really needed something for me after my 2-year-old was born and he kind of took over the family. I kind of ended up being just a cleaner, cook, and milk producer. It wasn't fun. So I started Jamboree for something for me to do, pretty nails. Then I started working the business earnestly for my family so that I could bring some income in. And now a big part of my why is you guys. You know, seeing you guys succeed it's just so much fun. Hannah Tooley, take it away. So introducing Hannah. Hannah joined on the 20th of December. She's run 3 parties so far in 6 weeks. She smashed her first fast start and she has 611 PRV accumulated in 6 weeks, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yay.
Go, Han.
Yay.
Yay.
Have a go. Thank you.
So Hannah's just going to share a little bit about how her journey's been so far.
Well, so I came across Jamboree thanks to Deb Sheldrick. I know Deb through a mutual friend from back in our Townsville days, which is also where I know Tam from. So yeah, I was like, well, let's support Deb in her single mumness, and yeah, it just sort of developed from there. I had a party just before Christmas, and then I was like, yep, I'm going to do Jamboree because I finished at my gym working full time. I'm a personal trainer. So yeah, I was like, well, I got to meet people, and you know, why not have fun with pretty nails? And yeah, I'm just really enjoying it so far. It's a bit of time getting to know people. Yeah, making a little extra money on the side, and yeah, that's my why.
Awesome. Thanks, Han.
Okay.
Annette. Annette is our breezer extraordinaire. Seriously, I don't think we would function as well as we do if it wasn't for Annette. And did you know that she joined 12 months ago today? Today is her Jamiversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy
I think
Jamiversary.
technically, because at American time, it's technically tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be. But according to Dash, it's today. She has a lifetime PRV of 15,492.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
That's pretty awesome. And that was actually only, like, I only calculated that at about lunchtime, so I'm pretty sure it's already increased since then. So yeah, Annette's going to share a little bit about her Jan and her biz. Take it away, Annette.
Thanks. So January started off, I don't know, it was kind of like a bit rocky. I did something that I do not normally do, and posted one of these pick a chocolate, win a prize things, and that led to a crazy amount of parties in January. And I trialed doing one night parties for the first time as well, which was something completely new. But I did have a few dud parties in there, as we all do sometimes, especially with onlines, I think. And so I was a bit all over the place a little bit. The highlight, I have to say, for January for me was a random moment of going live in the new consultants training event, and just so happened that some other leaders from other teams saw my random live, and actually one of them asked me to come and speak on her team page, which was really quite daunting because I'm quite used to going on the Breezes page now. But going somewhere where I don't really know anybody was very, very daunting. But it was also a really humbling and awesome experience to know that no matter where you are in your journey, you've always got something to share and something to give back to those who are either like have been in the journey just as long as you, or some who have been in the journey less than you. So don't discount what you know. A lot of the time you think, oh, well, just because I know it, everybody knows it, but that's not always the case. So if you've got something that you find beneficial or something that you think is great, then share it, because even if you only help one person or it makes a big difference in one person's journey, then it's worth sharing that. So that's what I got out of that experience. And if you had met me 12 months ago when I joined, and I specifically told Tam when I joined that I would not be doing lives, I would not be doing videos, I would not be talking in front of any sort of cameras.
I remember that. Because I was saying the same thing.
And yet here I am, and I have to say, looking at how much easier it is for me to press the live button now, I have no qualms with going live in my parties anymore to do demonstrations or just to do an announcement. I have no trouble going live on the Breezer page, or even to an extent my own business page or timeline, VIP group. It's still a bit of a stretch for me to go live in unknown places, like I was saying with the other groups, but the only way you're going to get there is to just do it. You cannot grow if you're there's a quote that Eric Worre says, and it's something along the lines of, you have to be prepared to look stupid to be able to learn how to do things. And if you're not prepared to look silly when you're first trying, then you're not ever going to get better at it. So I've had a lot of times where I looked completely petrified on screen, and that's gotten so much better now. So that's my main thing. Always give it a go. You will get better at it. Don't discount what you have to offer just because of how long you've been in the business. Everybody brings a lifetime of experiences with them when they join. So be willing to share, because you never know, you might completely change someone's day or completely help them break through something in their business that they were having really big troubles with. That's it.
So true. Thank you so much, Annette. And I love listening to your journey, and I love thinking back over the conversations we had in the last 12 months and the freakouts you've had, and it's just been so rewarding watching you grow, and that's only in 12 months. I cannot imagine what sort of rock stardom you're going to hit in the next 12 months. Penny. So Penny is another newbie. She joined on the 13th of October. She has a lifetime PRV of 2,374, and that is only in 3 months. And,
oh my gosh.
And Penny was what we're calling our accidental champion. So she joined basically for the discount, but the party that she had where she joined got party bookings. So Annette's like, well, you take them, Penny, because they're your friends. You do their parties. And she's pretty much done parties ever since then, I think.
Oh no, I've only done, well, I did a sort of a party up in Mackay, and I did one just a while ago that smashed the sales.
Penny is the one-on-one demonstrating queen, though.
So Penny's going to share something that she highlighted in January.
What did I highlight in January?
Well, something that you experienced in January, and Didn't you you had some success with some skeptics?
Oh, well, yes. Well, I started Jamboree because my daughter did a mani and a pedi on me one time when I was visiting her, and I got hooked. And then I had a party, and then parties got booked, and I started doing things like Richard's auntie, who's an elderly lady, was going on a cruise, so I did a mani on her, and she liked it, and she came back, and I did another one, and then she bought a kit to start herself off. And I tend to find enough samples from the free samples and also from leftover ones, sheets that I've had to allow people to do all their hands as a tryout, and I've discovered that it wins them over, and people keep buying things.
Yeah, you don't. You really go for it, Pen.
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I love the products, and I love how people get quite excited and have fun putting them on. When you have a party, they get all excited, and
It's so true, isn't it? I have had in-home parties where the women have come in and they've kind of like hidden their hands and their nails, and they sit on them, and they usually look like this and say, "Oh, don't look at my nails, they're terrible." And then by the end of the party, after they've pushed their cuticles back and they've filed them and sometimes washed their hands even, and then they put the wraps on and they put some nail polish on and they leave the party like, "Goodbye, I'll see you later." They hand me over their order form and they're like flashing their fingers across their bodies, and they're just completely different. They're completely different. It's like, well, this morning I didn't even wash my hair until this evening, and it didn't matter because my mani was on point. So I can totally hear what you're saying there, Pen.
Yeah, I haven't washed my hair tonight because I did my nails this afternoon.
Priorities, girl. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, guys. It's so good to hear from everybody else's everyone else's experiences and what they're doing in their businesses. Okay, so we had the announcement at the end of December or middle of December that our incentive trip in 2018 is to Mexico in Puerto Vallarta. So this little image, have a look at this image here. This was sent to us like literally moments ago by Deb. She sent that. So these are the Steps to Success program. So when you hit 5,000 points, you'll get sent a travel, like a passport wallet, and then there's I think it's a toiletries bag and travel document wallet, and then a overnight bag, which I think is pretty awesome. And that's just 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 points. And so what we're aiming to get to is the 40,000 points, so that you can get the trip and your flights for free. So that is what we're aiming for. 3 qualifying recruits and 40,000 points should be your aim. So a qualifying recruit is someone who has joined the business underneath you, so directly sponsored by you, from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. So you need 3 of them, and you need them to hit their first fast start. Essentially do exactly what Hannah's just done. And you can earn the points through your PRV, by rank advancing, by holding your rank, by sponsoring. Whenever you sponsor a new recruit and they hit their first fast start, you will get 500 trip points. They will get 500. Guys, 500 trip points could be the difference between you qualifying and you not qualifying. It's pretty amazing. And all those 500s will add up. When you coach your recruits to hit their fast starts, you'll get more, and attending the Jamboree events like the Unite Tour, you'll get more trip points. So if you have any questions about the incentive trip, don't hesitate to send me a message. Okay, so we've got some trainings happening in February. So these are run by head office. All of these dates are on your dash. But I would recommend you going and finding them and putting them in your diary. And even if you can't attend live, then you can always listen to the replay. of these trainings, and they are worth their weight in gold. I can remember when I first joined Jamboree, I think I pretty much lived glued to my computer screen, just engaging in all of these trainings because they are just so good. They just teach you so much. And I had no idea. I was a science teacher. I had no idea about the direct selling industry. Okay, so we had a pretty good January considering it's a J month. Have you ever heard about the J months?
No.
So January, June, and July are the slowest retail months of the year, and with January being the worst by far. So you've got the big build-up of people spending money in November and December, and then even in the last part of December, in the after Christmas sales, people are in the mindset of spending still. But once they hit January, everybody tightens the belt. So January is always a very slow month, but we still managed to hit 8,809 TRV, which is brilliant because that is what Jamboree requires of us for us to be able to maintain being a separate team. So I'm really stoked with all of the efforts. Well done, guys. So our zero stompers, here we've got our zero stompers. We had 26 of them, I think, in 26 zero stompers. So everybody who got 1 PRV or more is listed here, which is pretty awesome. Our club active, so everybody who had 200 PRV or more is our club active. Our rock stars, Hannah, Penny, and Deb were our rock stars, so 500 PRV or more. And then, of course, we've got Kelly and Annette. And Kelly was supposed to be on the call, but she just sent me a message saying, well, she posted a comment saying that her kids are not behaving tonight. So she has not made it yet. Maybe she has, I'm not sure. There are a few people have joined, I think, but I can't see her on here. So Kelly rocked it out. Annette, of course, had a great month. So well done, you guys. Okay. Jamboree. It's interesting that this month we're looking at the Be Unique brand value, because especially considering what happened 24 hours ago when everybody grabbed that one kit image from the Flickr, so from the Jamgram, the image of the discounted consultants kit, and they started spamming. So Facebook ended up with over 190,000 Jamboree consultants spamming that image in every single past event, group, and timeline that they could think of. So it didn't take very long for Facebook to recognize that that image was being shared by over 100,000 consultants, and then people started getting put into Facebook jail. So it is so important for us to be unique in our business. We're selling the same product as everybody else, where we have the same training. So essentially we should all experience the same sort of success. But if you are being unique in the way you deal with your customers, if you are being unique in the way you're sharing information with your customers, the way you are running your parties, if you are being unique in your marketing, then that's what's going to set you apart from the other 190,000 spammers, Jamboree spammers. So it's always a good idea to keep that in the forefront of your mind. Whatever you are, I'm just being told that we've got 10 minutes left to the meeting. Crikey. I think I'm gonna have to purchase the subscription to Zoom so we can go for a bit longer. Okay, so
Stop and start again.
yeah, I guess we could, couldn't we? We'll see how we go. 10 minutes, what's it? 9:57. Okay, so our theme for February is being embracing change. So we can do that with our attitude. How well do you guys deal with change? I think about it. How well do you deal with change? I don't deal with it very well at all. Is it difficult for you to do? Is it difficult for you to greet change with excitement? Yes. I'm just talking about myself. Something changes and I'm like, think about it, I need at least 48 hours notice before any changes can be made. And I need to be a key deciding person in that change. Do you think of the possibilities? Do you think of the problems when changes arise? Attitude is one of the predictors to embracing change. So the following are some helpful points to maintaining a positive attitude whilst embracing change. So always being optimistic. An optimistic attitude provides hope for the future. How can you benefit from this change? A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. That's from Winston Churchill. Commitment. Making a commitment provides intentional focus. So where are your thoughts? Where are your goals? Are you committed to them? Doubt. Doubt is a big one for me. As soon as something changes, I doubt everything. Doubt stems from fear and breeds insecurity. I'm pretty sure this was written directly for me. You will never be completely free from thoughts of doubt. However, you can learn to combat these thoughts with positive actions. Rebecca Croxford talks about this all the time. So she is a big ambassador for jumping on Pinterest and making sure that you have a Pinterest board full of positive, motivating, scripture, whatever posts, so that, you know, once doubt does set in, you can go to your positive board and you can check it out. Expectations. Have you set unrealistic expectations? Keep this portion in check. When you are setting unrealistic expectations, you set yourself up for disappointment. It's always a good idea to run through your goals with your sponsor or a battle buddy and just ask them, do you think I can achieve this? Battle buddies are great for being honest. Emotional management. There will be ups and downs. We talk about the emotional sales cycle of sales all the time. Staying objective about an experience or situation will help you to manage swings of emotion, especially when change happens. So I was going to say, you know, take a moment to think about your personal business, but I might actually copy these breakout sessions into our event and get you guys to have a think about it. Have a think about how it pertains to you. Think about your strengths and your weaknesses, and go from there. So we'll just keep going for now. Okay, so embracing change also means that we're going to have opportunities to grow. Growth opportunities are all around us. Oftentimes, they are frustrations in everyday life that you can choose to live with instead of change for various reasons. I saw this quote just recently, and it said, success is not built on success, but built on frustration, failure, and often catastrophe. So when frustrations occur, don't let them take over your attitude, for lack of a better, no, it's probably a good one. Don't let them take over your attitude. Work out what the frustration is and come up with an action plan to overcome it. That's where your battle buddies and your sponsors are great. The best kind of change is when you are the initiator and the one to create it. So if you figure out what your weaknesses are and then work out an action plan to change it, that's probably the best type of change. How do you envision change, and what steps will you take to initiate it? When you do these two steps, envision and initiate, you gain control. Once you're envisioning the future and begin the process of change, there are adjustments that you can make to find personal growth and more success in your business. So, envisioning. Look to the future and imagine what you want it to be. What is it going to be? Envision what your future is. Rachel Hughes did a great talk on vision. If you haven't watched that yet, let me know. Send me a message and I will tag you in the link to it. She did a great little 20-minute or 30-minute talk on how to build a vision for your future. Can you achieve what your vision wants or what your vision looks like with your current activities? If not, then maybe you need to reach out to somebody to help you to figure out what the activities you need to do are. Flexibility. Oh, crikey, this is something I'm not good at either. It's good to build a plan, but sometimes things will happen that means you can't actually follow through with your plan. So you need to be able to be flexible. Being flexible doesn't mean you're giving up on your action plan or you're giving up on your dream or vision for the future. It just means you are adapting to whatever arises at the time. Objectivity. There's always more than one perspective. How long have we got? 3 minutes. We're always more than one perspective. Looking at an experience through different perspectives can help you gain understanding and compassion. Again, this is where your battle buddies are great. Share whatever your issue is that's causing you to change, and get their perspective on it. See what they say about it. Adaptability. One of the most cherished skills of leadership is adaptability. It includes thinking outside of the box, trying new ideas, having an open mind. All of these things are helpful for change. And systems. Develop systems in your business. Strengthen your behaviors with systems. Smile and be friendly to become more approachable, or develop and follow a follow-up system to build connections with your party guests. Empowering others. So embracing change also means that you can be empowering others. At some point, you, like all of us, decided to take the risk and make the change and become a Jamberry consultant. Become part of the Jamily. Now it's your turn to share this opportunity with others, to empower them to design their own destiny. And what a better month to do it than now, with $108 price tag on our kit. Share the unlimited potential of that this company has to offer. I think, I've got 2.5 minutes to go. From financial freedom to personal growth to belonging to a built-in support group. Okay, so the parts of empowering others. Belonging. Having a sense of belonging is essential to the human psyche. Jamberry provides a built-in support group, an opportunity network. So your team members don't necessarily have to be business builders. They can be hobbyists who are just purchasing for themselves. They might buy the kit just so they can belong to part of a group for 12 months or however long they stay here with us for. Don't discredit the power of feeling like you belong somewhere. Empowerment. Become more confident and strong, knowing your worth by learning and growing in many ways you never before imagined. Okay, I'm going to have to stop because we're going to run out of time. So I'm going to create a new link and throw it into the event so that you guys can join back up again, because it is going to turn off any moment now. Oh, we're almost at the end, but hang about. Okay, so I'm going to end meeting and then create a new link. Come on, what's going on? Hey, what a schmozzle.
Hello.
Hello, Caleb. Hey, awesome. Okay. The only person not on here now is Hannah, but that's okay. I think we'll just keep going. So, belonging was I don't know about you guys, but I think belonging is amazing. Being able to belong to something, it's just like very empowering. Empowerment, becoming more confident and strong and knowing your worth by learning and growing in ways that you never imagined. Relationships, building rewarding relationships with other consultants and customers would never have been created if people didn't join Jamberry. Like my friends list, when I first joined Jamberry, I think my friends list on Facebook was in the low hundreds, and now I'm in the high 800s. Not that I know them all. Service. As a Jamberry consultant, there are many opportunities to provide service to others. Helping and benefiting others is satisfying and fulfilling to the one who provides the service and action. Being a blessing to people is almost like you're blessing yourself as well. And personal growth. Help others to learn and strengthen characteristics and behaviors to find success in an at-home business. So all of these ways can empower others. I'm going to add this to our event again, but I was going to ask you to write a list of the ways that Jamberry empowers you. I'd really love to hear that. Or, any of your because of Jamberry stories. Hashtag because of Jamberry. Okay, so change is the law of life. And those of us who only look to the past or present are certain to miss the future. And that is the end of our training for our team meeting. So I wanted to share with you our February charm incentives. I have 3 charms for us for this month. Our first one is our 500 PRV charm, which I am expecting to be ordering bucket loads of them this month. So you can choose whichever color you want. They're the 4 colors that I've found so far, and if I find any more, I will totally be sharing them with you. And then our second one is we have a lot of team members who are really good at getting active. They're not necessarily building a big organization or empire, but they are so good at getting active consistently. So I think it's time that they need to get some love. So we have an active, get active 3 months in a row, and they can get the stomp charm.
That's so cute.
Isn't it cute? And our last one is a recruiting charm. So if you sponsor 2 or more Jam Babies this month, then you're going to get our 4-leaf clover love heart, almost a bit like the Jamberry symbol, kind of like coming up to St. Patrick's Day. So that's our 3. And as with last month, you hit lead consultant. The first time you hit lead consultant in January, then you will be earning the bracelet. And like I said, they're all sterling silver. Unfortunately, they're not authentic Pandora yet. Just let me hit elite first, and then we'll talk about getting Pandora charms. And but yeah, so that is our incentives, and I'll create an album in the breezes for that as well. Anybody got any questions? Any questions about anything? Doesn't have to be about what we've spoken about tonight. Can be about absolutely anything to do with February, any of the retiring wraps, any of the new wraps coming in.
You guys probably would have seen I posted some screenshots from the Disney Flickr.
Yeah.
When can we start promoting those?
Well, we, as a business, you kind of want to try and be, you don't want to cut yourself off at the knees, so to speak. So that's a tough one. For me, I'm not likely to start promoting it until potentially the day before they are set to be released. Maybe even just 12 hours before or whatever it is. Because I really want my customers to see the value in the ones that are retiring and spend their money there, because these wraps, these Disney wraps, they're going to be around for a while. They're going to be around for a couple of months at least. So there's plenty of time for them to purchase them, but I really want them to spend their money on Gone and on the retiring Disney first. So I'm not going to be showing them to anybody. Now, having said that, sometimes things happen. We have VIP customers who are in multiple VIP groups, and we don't even know. I just happened to be having a random conversation with one of the girls who got added to my group through a party. So when she purchased, I sent her an email with the link to my group, and she joined it. She's a member of 6 VIP groups. And she says the first of the month drives her batty because her newsfeed is just sister style, and color pop. But so she's in chat. So you can't control what other consultants are doing. There are always going to be those consultants who, as soon as they get a hold of that new catalog, they spread it across every social media platform they've got, which is crazy business. And
they think they're going to be first, and that's going to give them some advantage, but it's not really. All they're doing is causing their own customers to hold off purchasing the Gones because they want to get purchases of the new wraps and the new ones. So it's really new territory having a new release of wraps come in at the same time that the Gone's happening. I don't think that's happened. It's not happened while I've been joined before. So it's really new territory. So I'm with Tam. I'm not going to promote the new ones until the day before they come out, especially because there's a couple in there where the princesses are overlapping. So you've got Princess Aurora, Pocahontas, Ariel. So there's a new one of those, whereas there's already ones existing.
I was very surprised that they're releasing those ones while they're trying to, retire the other ones. Like the other ones would retire first, and then these ones would appear on the 1st of March. But
Perhaps they're. I reckon the reason they're doing it is because there's going to be so much new stuff hitting our area come 1st of March that to add the Disney collection to it would have been overwhelming, and maybe even Disney have said that they wanted their own select release date to be set apart from the other stuff that's coming. Because you think about it, we've got Starbox coming, I'm not sure when, but we'll be having NAS coming into play soon in the coming months. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Disney have said, no, we want our own release date for it, especially because Beauty and the Beast is coming out in March.
Probably, it's actually probably to coincide with that.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Deb sent me a message just before, because Deb's at Unite, and she sent me a message just before to say that Disney sought down Jamberry for this new release. So this new release is being informed by Disney and pushed by Disney, and they wanted it, just like Annette said, they wanted it for the launch of the new Beauty and the Beast movie.
Sorry, can I cut in? If you have not yet talked to your local cinemas, because I guarantee you they will be doing a girls' night or a ladies' night or some sort of night to launch the movie. You want to get a stall there. Generally, they are free. So they are free. They only go for generally about half an hour to an hour, so it takes up minimal time, and they are a goldmine. I've always gotten my best lead and my most amount of leads from the girls at the movies or chicks at the flips or whatever they call it. So make sure you call your local cinemas.
There's no movie theatres in Bow Desert.
No, stink.
I'm just going to stop
Come
sharing.
Stay with me. We can do it together.
What was that, Hannah?
I just said come to Twig with me, and then we can do it together.
Oh, how far away?
You're always welcome, Penny, to come to Ipswich and do one with me.
Yeah.
I think you're all about the same.
Same distance.
Yeah. Except maybe tomorrow's a bit far.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. If you want to come 9 hours.
I think Trina might be a bit of a drive too.
I think Trina's probably the furthest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't someone from Perth?
Yeah, Deb.
She's not on.
I thought Jodie was from Perth.
Jodie.
You know Jodie's from Adelaide?
Jodie Reneman.
She's from Adelaide, isn't
Nope, she's local to me. She lives like 20 minutes away.
No, yeah, I think it was my Elster was from Perth. Whoever that was.
Ah, okay. Mel, maybe. Any other questions?
No.
Could we maybe put up a post on the training event asking what people would like or what they would find helpful in regards to any training or tips or anything like that?
Yeah.
Whether it be regarding technology or whatever else, just so that we can gauge what people are interested in. And that way, if someone is good
Skilled?
at that
Yeah.
particular thing, skilled in that particular area, then we can get them to maybe do something, even if it's a short thing.
Yep. Great idea. Let me write that one down.
Should be doing anaphylaxis training at the moment. Watched it for the Jamboree meeting.
Are you supposed to be doing it online?
Yes.
You sound so
I
excited
had
about it.
anaphylaxis training at work today, and I and a few others missed the email to say that we're supposed to do the online one before coming and bring our certificate and get it signed today, but
Oh, whoops.
so at least it wasn't the only one.
Oh,
Anywho, I'll do it later.
So, Annette, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
With the Chicks at the Flicks thing,
Yep.
aside from obviously getting permission from the cinema, what do you do for those events? Obviously, you sit there, you talk to people, but like, are there any sort of requirements? Like, what sort of inventory do you try to take along? Like, do you need to dress the table in anything Jamboree or anything like that?
When I first did my first one, I didn't have a lot of that. So my dressing of my table was a white tablecloth. Inventory, I took a few of the new wraps because the first one I ever did was just after the launch of the last March, so a year ago. So I only just had a few inventory wraps. But most of the time, the markets or the stalls that you have, what you want is leads. So I always do, and this is learnt from Tam because we're not reinventing the wheel, but I have a little box and a little thing that says win a pamper session for you and 4 friends, and get them to enter. So that's my main thing, is to talk to them about it. I do generally have a sample section set up in case people want to have a sample applied or take a sample with them. If they take a sample, make sure you get their number from them, and it's as simple as saying, I'd love it if you can just jot down your number so that I can give you a call and see how you went with the sample. It's just part of my business to ensure that you're getting the best possible thing out of your application, or however you want to say it. But I find that because there's such a short time frame, like you're usually only getting about half an hour to an hour with these ladies, and they're normally quite substantial, like there's usually quite a lot of people. It doesn't give you a lot of time unless you've got more than yourself there to apply on hands. So focus more on giving out samples and getting numbers for those samples, and getting as many people as you can to fill in the forms to go in the draw for the winner session, the pamper session for you and 4 friends. And essentially, the pamper session for you and 4 friends, you just run it similar to a demonstration or a party, but without the party aspect of it. So it's just you sitting down with the 5 of them, and applying samples with them and just showing them the product so that they all get to have a bit of a pamper session. How much you choose to use or what you choose to use in those sessions really up to you. And I generally, depending on how many I get in there, I try and everybody's a winner. Pamper session.
Everybody wins.
The only difficulty you have is try and keep an eye on if like two friends come together and they put an entry in the drawer, one each. Then try and sort of make sure that you give one to the other instead or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Deb's just sent me pictures of the new catalogue. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah.
Trina's about to have a hernia. Okay, let me know when you can see that.
It's not quick enough.
Sorry.
It's not quick enough. You're hilarious, Trina.
I don't know. Is that working? Oh, hang on.
Crap. Finished it too quickly.
Oh.
Too fast.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing?
I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's just. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what is that pretty little thing up there? Is that like a pink sculpted? Simple and classic.
Oh, look at that purpley, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like purple plaid.
Oh, did you see that because they've gotten rid of some of the other
Because
plain
she
plastic ones like Bondi and that, they've got an orange one and whatnot in that wrap back there.
Do we go back?
Yeah.
Look, down the bottom, they've got a pink, a bright, vibrant pink and orange one.
Oh my goodness, that looks like that we used to have one like that.
And a dark
Yeah,
blue.
we used to have one exactly like that.
Yeah,
And a dark blue.
Oh, that might be the one on the sample tree.
That's it. Oh, I better keep my voice down because my kids are asleep.
I am loving this up here. I know that's
Yeah.
we've already had. Oh my goodness, look at this one, We've got yellow.
I like that.
Where?
That like marbly looking one.
I like that one.
This is so much better than anaphylaxis training.
Yeah.
I wonder what this is.
Hello.
Although someone
It
might
looks
die.
like
if
an
I don't
mod
do it.
almost, but similar.
It does, but maybe it's like faces or something. I don't know what that is. Next one.
Oh no, I didn't see. Oh well.
Bold and oh my word, people.
Ooh, look at that. That looks like it's all me, that one right there.
That one's all you.
Yeah, I think so.
It's so hard to see them. They're like.
No,
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
wait until next weekend now. God, I want my.
Oh, we're having full product indexes again in the catalogue. That was good. I wondered Tree if they'll. Hey, what was
It's
that?
so hard to sell wraps when they're not all in there.
Yeah. Full product indexes.
Yes, they learnt from their mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, here we
That's
go. This is what you're asking. Starter kit changeover. So 6 p.m. on the 15th, we'll get the new starter kit.
That's okay. I think she wants to join before.
Yep. The Jamboree on your side incentives. A jam
I
squad.
don't even drink coffee, and I want that mug.
Yeah, well,
I'm
What's her
gonna,
name? Christy?
Do you know?
Oh, that's the one she sent me
When do
earlier.
we-
So, sorry.
Crikey. When do we get the new catalogue? When do we get the digital version of it?
Yeah, that's
Actually, on the
true.
15th till 16th.
No. Oh, maybe they did. No, didn't they? Didn't they?
Feet.
It was the feet didn't. Okay, so
Yes,
Tree,
yeah.
I can remember. Maybe it was about the 10th because didn't we get up
We
at like
had-
stupid o'clock and download and print off the PDF version?
No, I'm sure we had 2 weeks.
No, that's. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, it
we
was.
had 2 weeks of it before it was released. Like we got it 2 weeks before, so it must be about the 15th.
Episode, but you're gonna have to go to bed soon.
But was that the
No,
digital
that's-
version, or was that just when we could order it?
Yeah,
That was the
like a
digital version.
review.
2 weeks before, and then I think a week later we could order the catalogues.
Oh, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this foot care. The soak softens feet. Well, that's what I need. Effervescent bubbles invigorate and rejuvenate your feet.
How cool is it that we can do parties where you just go and do like actual pedicures for people and like you don't even necessarily have to apply wraps at a party.
It'd be interesting to see if you would actually get any orders, like enough orders to make that worthwhile.
Maybe.
I have to say, I would not do that because the percentage of people that have fungus in their toenails is huge. So I would not be doing that because
Okay.
it's easy to catch. If you were using your hands doing something on someone else's feet, you could get it in your fingernails.
Okay,
So
now you've just
I-
grossed me out. But okay.
I'm sorry. I just think I would not do a party where you're pampering other people's feet. I think for the sake
Okay.
of your business.
What about
Okay.
if you provided the products and they did their own feet?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be fine.
Hmm.
But I just think you need to protect yourself because
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
Especially
true.
if you've got a bit of nail damage. If you've got any nail damage on your nails, then that's
Right.
that's where fungus can get in and do
Yeah.
even more
Yeah.
damage.
And even if people's immune system is run down, they don't even need to have any nail damage. If their immune system is run down, they can pick it up like that.
Crazy. Okay. So that's the
Okay.
renew.
So, thank you.
So I guess that's a bit like nourish. Yeah. So that's it, guys.
Oh, I can't wait to get the blooming catalogue now.
Me neither. I think there's some gorgeous ones in there.
Yeah.
That'd be only the tip of the iceberg though, because they said it like the catalogue's a full catalogue this time. So
Yeah.
What? All the wraps are in it.
all the
Non-exclusives.
yes.
And
So
no,
obviously Vista Star won't be in there, and Disney and that won't be in there because they change more frequently than the catalogues do.
Mm.
But all the standard wraps will be in there.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really good. That was really hard to. I almost didn't want to give out catalogs last time because, yes, there was still a fair amount in there, but sorry, I have to give you a catalog, and then I have to give you 3 extra leaflets on stuff just so you have this, but have this and have this and have this.
That's why I loved having when I did it in homes, having the nail sticks, because they would just sit there all flicking through the nail sticks and find stuff that they liked. So
Yeah.
I thought about having my laptop into the site, into the memory site,
That's
so
a
they
really
could
good idea.
scroll
that's
down through them.
I've taken my iPad in the past and handed it around and make them all create their own customer accounts and all that jazz. I don't think I can be bothered anymore. People just want to know. So people now more and more people are hearing about Jamberry, and they really just want to know how to use the product, and then they want to buy their own, and then they want to get home to their families. Any other questions before we finish up?
No.
Nah,
No.
I think so.
I gotta go do that training.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Enjoy.
so much, guys, for taking some time out of your busy evenings to join me. And yeah.
My lot of people finally gone to sleep.
Oh, hallelujah. Awesome. All right, guys, I will see you in the morning on the Breezer page. Bye.
Bye.